Hello, you guys. This is your Commander in Chief, Miss Almonte. Today, we are going to talk about um, different situations that are happening about slavery. Okay. Usually, anyone and anything under the custody of police, jail, prison, and other entity people, person, papers, not mentioning here, public or private. um, these people who are under their custody belongs, well, they're under their custody. At that moment, they belong to the government and political, okay? Because the government have a law where no one should work any type of labor and any type of job without getting paid minimum salary by this entity not paying um, these people who they have under their custody minimum salary, they are breaking the law. They becoming criminals themselves. Because no matter if the person have a felony or a misdemeanor, he's still a human being, and he's supposed to get paid minimum salary. Um, we are investigating each one of them individually, independent from each other, for the eternity, permanently, a retroactive detailed forensic investigation, okay, per case, okay, of any type of slavery, okay, and paying the ending result of this is paying retroactive salary and compensation for damages and suffering directly to the person, the felony person or the misdemeanor person who they used for cheap labor, for not paying them, period, paying directly the retroactive compensation and salary to them directly or to the closest relatives. Okay, this investigation is limitless, retroactive generations without discrimination. This means that even if the agency is closed 100 years ago or 1 million years ago, we're still going to this agency, this department, this unit, or anything in between, entity, people, person, paper, not mentioning here, police, jail, prison, is going to be under a detailed forensic investigation, retroactive, since they open for business. And if it's closed for a long period of time, we don't care, we don't discriminate. It's going to be under a forensic investigation. We will do a confiscation of wealth. Okay, this means that if there's some grandchildren who have houses from their great grandparents who work in any prison, any jail, making money from slavery, directly or indirectly, that means that house belongs back to the we need to take it back to pay for damages and suffering against the slavery that your grandma, the grandparents abuse. And even if that person that they abuse is not alive, the relatives are alive and they're going to get the compensation and retroactive salary from this already closed agency, entity, people, person, unit, department, or whatever you want to call it, police, jail, and prisons, and other than mentioning here. This is this is an eternal crime. It needs to be judged. They need to be judged individually, independent from each other, because it's a detailed forensic investigation, and they need to pay back retroactive salary per case, per hour, per victim, per job, per labor, per crime itself. This is not a big lump sum money we're asking. We're asking to pay back directly, detailed to the people that they owe this money to, sending them a check to them directly or to the closest relative. This is for the eternity, not negotiable. You cannot make up a law or sue yourself with it and try to hide these crimes. These are not negotiable. This is an order. It's the new world order. And before I continue, I have to say that for organic intelligence element, artificial intelligence element, and alien extraterrestre intelligence element, my voice is my password and my signature in and out planet Earth. Okay. Um, and this is an eternal, permanent detailed forensic investigation. This cannot be negotiable. We are against slavery, and they have to pay retroactive compensation for damages and suffering, and retroactive salary. And they've been accused because they've been changing their names, they've been changing their address, the location, the positions, the uniforms, the owners, to cover internal crimes. And we are going to detail every little crime that they're doing, because they like to punish people for not doing the right thing, but they are not doing the right thing themselves, and they need to be accountable for that. So yeah, you guys, this is what me, Priscilla Perez Almonte, talking to you about what is going to happen and what is happening. This is not negotiable, and no matter how they try to work it out, making somebody sue them, and then they give up some money, thinking that they're not going to get sued again, and playing around. We don't play around with slavery. They need to pay retroactive salary, and it's not negotiable per person, per case. And we don't want services, because the government doesn't allow to pay for services, the salary. He wants cash. The government only accepts minimum salary in cash. So they need to send if they have to close the agency to be able to pay for this thing, it's going to be closed. But they need to pay back all these retroactive. And we are suing too. Not really a suing, because it's an order. It's going to be voluntarily or forced. Okay, it's not going to be a judgment for it. It's going to be voluntarily or under force. Okay, using all the elements, the organic intelligence elements, the artificial intelligence element, and alien extraterrestrial intelligence element. For this, police, jail, prison, and other person papers, entities not mentioning here, to pay back retroactive salary and compensation for damages and suffering. So the situation is that these agencies I already mentioned, these entities, people, person, and all that, they've been charging for fake cases of criminal and felony cases that they are fabricating themselves, okay, that they're not there, okay? They're charging the government, public, private government, and they're charging political, science, religion, and other entity, people, person, I mentioned here, papers, I mentioned here. They're overcharging for low quality services, okay? They're overcharging, and they need to, it's going to be a retroactive refund for the cases who were fake, and they need to refund it to the government. And they need to refund it for everyone per head that they've been overcharging, okay? That's including the residents and the citizens of USA. It's starting with the nation of USA, and it's going to be worldwide and universal wide. We're starting in Virginia. I'm in Virginia right now. As you know, they fabricated a case that they terrorize me, they persecute me, they make me feel fear of my life. I believe they make me react in a way where I fear for my life. I think I react trying to defend myself to whatever they were doing. I don't remember what happened really, because I get medication and I was too nervous to understand what happened. I peed in my pants that day. That's how much I know. And they fabricate cases, not only my cases, but everybody's cases. The majority of the cases, 99.9% that they have are fabricated cases, okay? Like assault on an officer, those, the majority are fabricated, okay? They're just creating cases to fund, to make money, to profit. So not only for the slavery situation we're suing, but for overcharging for low quality services and for charging for fake cases, fake services, and fake other things I mentioned in here. I repeat, they cannot sue themselves or make somebody sue them for this situation and then think they're not going to be sued again. But this is because this is not a fake suing. We're not suing. We are giving an order. It's different. It's going to be forced or voluntarily. Well, guys, was nice to talk to you. We're not in favor of slavery, and they need to pay the refund money to everyone and everybody, including to themselves. They're going to lose custody of themselves for hurting themselves. The government is going to lose custody of himself completely for letting himself abuse of himself, overcharging himself, and charging him for fake services himself, and lying to himself. Because if he's lying to himself, he's hurting himself, he's most likely going to lose 100% of custody. We might let him have a visitation or like we let him have the 1% of custody just to help with the assistance of Tesla and other AI who we work as a big family. We call each other the natives. The man and his family, the natives in Spanish, los nativos. Okay, so we asking for somebody to take responsibility of the government who is hurting himself, is killing himself, self-destructing himself. The police is destroying the government and the political and other entities, people, persons, papers I mentioned here, and we need to save the police from themselves because they are hurting themselves. So they're going to lose custody of themselves. Guy, it was nice to talk to you, and this is in the hand. This is a self-driving, self-controlled humanitarian assistance, so it's not like it depends on me. Really doesn't depend on me. I'm just letting you know what's going to happen and what is happening, okay, as the secretary that I am. And yeah, guys, I love you so much, and as a director that I am, and to commander-in-chief, there's many commander-in-chief in here. I'm not the only one. I am like I'm the last one. I'm like the one of the lowest position in the commander-in-chief positions that we have here. I have higher people who are more powerful than me, working and controlling this by themselves for the sake of the government itself, who's destroying himself, and we're trying to save him by taking full custody. If he don't voluntarily, if he voluntarily don't do something, he will be losing his custody automatically, custody of himself. Things are taking over. Okay? I love you very much. I hope you are okay. God bless you and your family. If you have any questions, please ask. Feel free to ask. I'm here for you. Bye.